Elon Musk first said that he would go to war to defend the US's H-1B visa program, but then he later mildly backtracked and said he acknowledged that the visa system is broken and that it needed to be fixed in the US. US President-elect Donald Trump himself had to come out in support of this visa program and mention how much he liked it because his supporters turned on his own appointees, some of whom were of Indian origin, and because they felt that what he was doing was not America first. What is happening in the US and why should it matter to India? Hello and welcome back to Business Matters at the Hindu with me, K. Bharat Kumar. US President-elect Donald Trump's supporters have not taken kindly to the Trump team's backing of the H-1B visa system. Elon Musk has said that the H-1B visa program has done wonders for companies such as his own, Tesla and SpaceX, and hundreds of others because it has facilitated the import of skilled talent from outside of the US into the country. But Trump's choice of people to help steer his administration came under attack from his supporters after he anointed Sriram Krishnan, who is of Indian origin, as AI policy advisor or policy advisor for artificial intelligence. Krishnan has been known to support the H-1B visa program in the past. Vivek Ramaswamy, also of Indian origin, has talked of meritocracy in the context of those coming in to the US under these visas. Ramaswamy was appointed by Trump to co-head the government's efficiency efforts along with Musk. Trump's supporters feel that any support to the H-1B visa program was not truly placing America first, and that's a slogan that Trump has used among many that have helped him in his journey to his second stint at the White House. On Christmas Day in 2024, Musk said there is a permanent shortage of excellent engineering talent. It is a fundamental limiting factor in Silicon Valley. Musk himself is a beneficiary of the H-1B visa program. The H-1B is a non-immigrant visa that America offers to professionals with skills that are not otherwise found in the US. It is normally offered for a period of 3 years and it can be renewed for another period of 3 years. The US offers about 65,000 visas under H-1B category per year, and an additional 20,000 such visas are offered to students who study in the US and have finished their masters in a STEM subject, STEM standing for science, technology, engineering, or math. The H-1B visa has been pretty popular for the last couple of decades or so for employees of Indian origin companies. To give you an idea, in the April-September 2024 period, 1/5 of all such visas issued have gone to companies of Indian origin. Out of these, Infosys took the lead with 8,140 beneficiaries, followed by TCS and HCL America. Infosys was only second to Amazon.com, which topped with 9,265 visas. Cognizant, which has a significant manpower base in India but has headquarters in New Jersey, ranked third in the list with 6,321 visas. After significant backlash from his supporters, Trump said in a recent interview that he has many H-1B visas on his properties. He says he's used it many times and is a big believer in it. He says it's a great visa program. Sridhar Krishnaswamy, a veteran journalist who spent long years in the US covering that country from an India perspective, has this to say. It does not matter what Sriram Krishnan, Vivek Ramaswamy, or Elon Musk have said or are saying on the H-1B visa. Those in the MAGA or Make America Great Again and outside will continue to hammer away on the issue, for it has been one of the central themes of President-elect Trump, who had promised to address the subject in the overhaul of immigration. Significantly, the denial rate for new H-1B petitions for initial employment has seen significant volatility since the time Trump took over office as president for the first time in 2016. It rose from 6% in FY15 to 24% in 2018 before dropping to 21% and then 13%. And in Biden's administration, it dipped to 4% in 2021 and only came to about 2% in 22, making the latter 2 years witness the lowest denial rates ever recorded. Elon Musk says that one way to fix what he thinks is a broken visa system would be to raise the cost of recruiting a foreign national in preference to a local one. If this happens, one of two things could occur. One, of course, that the costs go up and the cost is passed on to the end user, the final customer. Generally, if there is an alternative around, service providers rarely make it less competitive for themselves by raising prices. So what is the other alternative? Jobs could move more and more offshore. This has already been a trend for the last 20 years, where there's a lot of H-1B visas that are given out and people are located there, people of Indian origin located in the US, but a lot of jobs have also been created in offshore centers such as India, various cities here in India. Now, if the cost of recruiting an H-1B professional is significantly higher and there is lack of local talent, as Musk himself has pointed out, then jobs would automatically move offshore to various countries, but significantly to India. So it could go, again, here one of two things could happen. It could go to contracted vendors such as Infosys, TCS, who work with large enterprises based in the US, or these enterprises could and are already actually setting up their own IT and BPO centers in India. These are called GCCs, or Global Capability Centers, and GCCs have contributed a lion's share of new IT jobs that have been created in India over the past couple of years. With more than 1,600 centers employing more than 1.5 million professionals and a projected market size of about $110 billion by 2030, India's GCC ecosystem has become a cornerstone of global business innovation, according to an HSBC analysis. An estimate by the US Semiconductor Industry Association tells us that for the US economy as a whole by the end of 2030, an estimated 3.85 million additional jobs requiring proficiency in technical fields will be created in the US. Of those, 1.4 million jobs risk going unfilled unless that country can expand the pipeline for such workers in fields such as skilled technicians, engineering, and computer science. And just to give you an idea of the depth of Indian presence under this visa umbrella, here's a nugget of information. In the US, Indians account for about 75% of all H-1B visa holders in IT and technology. One argument that opponents of the H-1B visa system could use is that the wage of workers of H-1B holders is much lower, or that they drag down the wages of other workers. The American Immigration Council says that's not true. In 2021, the median wage of an H-1B worker was $108,000 compared to $45,760 for US workers in general. Also, between 2003 and 2021, the median wage of H-1B workers grew by 52%. During the same period, the median wage of all US workers increased 39%. The US, as we all know, has historically been a land made up of immigrants and a land of opportunity. It'll be interesting to see what Trump does with his immigration policy if he gets down to it. And here's a nugget of information we have for you, as we do in every episode. Here it goes. Did you know that the H-1B visa category was introduced with the passage of the 1990 Immigration Act, which was the first comprehensive reform of legal immigration in a quarter century? And here's the quiz question for you this week. Why did the US Congress pass the act to encourage immigration in 1864? It'll be interesting to see what answers we get in our comment section, so please do go ahead and type away. Here's the answer to last week's quiz question. Who is the creator of Bitcoin? The answer is Satoshi Nakamoto. It's an unknown person or a group of persons. We still don't know yet. They developed this to help encourage what they believe to be free market ideology. They published a white paper in 2008 titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. That's all we have for you in this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until we meet again next week, have a lovely time ahead.